What's up guys, just wanted to make an update on my pinch video. It's been about a year, so I thought I could provide a little bit more information on some of the pinches. Okay, so the first pinch of them all is the most simplest, and all you have to do is just fall down onto the bark, like so. You want to make sure that your car is pointed downwards. It doesn't have to be 90 degrees, but enough where you can sort of catch the puck like that. Because otherwise, if it's not, it's just slightly, you go nowhere and you fail. So yeah, you want to make sure that is pointing reasonably down, sort of 45 degree or more, and you'll get a nice pinch off. The next pinch is the diagonal flip pinch. So all you want to do is just jump and flip diagonally into it, and it'll pinch off just like that. Same as before, you want to make sure your car is tilted slightly downwards, and then just diagonal flip pinch. If you want it to go in the direction that you are facing, you want to make sure that your car is tilted slightly, because it will go in the direction of the flip. So, you know, if I want to go forward, and I move left or right, and then flip into it like that. Now, for the side flip, it is basically the same as before. You want to jump and tilt your car down, and then side flip. But it is slightly trickier to pull off than the other ones. But there you go. You can either do it like that by getting the front of your car and catching it like that, or you can sometimes, like that, sort of catch more the side of your car, but it will still go in the same direction. It will still go mostly forward, but it is catching with the side of your car is tricky, and like that, if you don't get it quite right, you will just go sideways. And next up we have the speed flip pinch. It is very similar in essence to the side flip pinch, but it's doing a speed flip. I think it's a bit better because doing a speed flip is easier than doing a side flip. I'm not going to show a tutorial of how to do a speed flip because, you know, you can find thousands of them online. But same sort of thing, jump, point forwards and do a speed flip. And, you know, it gets pretty fast. One thing I do want to point out when doing these pinches is that try not to land on the further half of the puck. Try to land on the closer half to you. Because if you land on the further end, you'll pinch backwards or you won't pinch at all. Whereas if you land on the closer edge, it will tend to work a lot better. Next up on the list is the front flip cancel pinch. Now, front flip cancel leaves your car in that sort of forward and pointing down position, which is the best way to get a pinch. And it can produce some of the high speed pinches in the game, even from being stationary. So, like before, all you gotta do is, you don't have to point your car down because the front flip does it naturally. So all you gotta do pretty much is just jump, front flip and cancel, and then that's it. Sends the puck nice and fast in front of you, and it's probably my favorite pinch in the game. Okay, so now we will transition to more wall pinches, not necessarily ground pinches. And so first one is going to be the on the wall pinch. So if you're, you know, sort of on the wall, want to get the goal or something, you can do a pinch like that, get it done pretty easily. It's more easily done on the, say, transition, but on this bit where it sort of goes from slant to slant, because you can get a better angle on the puck. And all you pretty much have to do once it's there is just, I find side flipping works best, but doesn't always work super well. Wall pinching is a bit tricky, can't always get you what you want, but like that, you know, zoom straight to the net. If someone's there, it's a goal, so it's pretty useful. Okay, I know I said front hip cancel pinches are probably my favorite, but I think this pinch dethrones it. It is the wall to floor transition pinch, like so. You can get so much power, you need basically zero boost, and if someone's trying to like 50 or come up to you, you can just absolutely blast it past them. Okay, that wasn't a very good one, but you can absolutely blast it past them towards the net or into the net. Wow, look at that. It's a great pass. You can get a goal off it sometimes, and it's so powerful and one of the best pinches in the game, I think. It's quite underutilized. I don't see it too often. I mean, people try and go for it, but people don't get it very well. And all you have to do is basically just flip into it as it's starting to go up the wall. Not on the wall. If it's on the wall, you won't get too much power on it. But if it's sort of starting to go up, bam, just sort of front flip into it, and you'll get a massive amount of power. And that pinch doesn't always have to go up towards the ceiling and over. It can go, more sideways like that. Depends on how you flip into it and how you approach it, basically. Like that. That's really nice along the wall, if anyone's there. Nice cheeky pass to them. Now, this is probably the second hardest pinch in the game, and that is the ceiling pinch, because not necessarily because it's super hard to do, it is tricky, but one of the main problems is setting it up, because the puck does like clinging to the ball, but if you hit it wrong, like if I hit it like that, I'm never going to get a ceiling pinch because it comes off the wall, it's not clean. So what you need to do is, drag the puck to the corner, whatever, hit it during this transition. That was too late. Let me try again. Bring it to the wall, the corner, whatever, hit it during the transition, and it doesn't come off the wall. That is what you want. You want it to not come off the wall, so then it can stick to the wall and thus stick to the ceiling. And then, bam. Again, insane, incredible power. Now, doing it in ball cam or without a ball cam, I don't know which one's better. Probably in ball cam, but sometimes your camera can be messed up and you can mess it up even if you get the perfect setup, which is really annoying. And it slightly depends on the speed of the puck going up the wall. Sometimes you'll have a super fast puck. Sometimes you'll have a super slow puck going up the wall. So you have to just practice it a bit. But all you want to do, take it up the wall. Oh, that was horrible. And what you want to do is hit it on that wall transition. Preferably don't hit it again, because if you hit it again, it will come off the wall and it will be sloppy and you probably won't be able to do it. So just hit it on that transition, jump and flip into it like that. It takes a bit of car control and a bit of timing to do, so it is quite tricky to get down. Like, I kind of practice it and I can only get it, I don't know, 20-30% of the time in actual matches. So it's a really hard mechanic to get down, but it's super good because you can just ping it straight towards their net, and it's quite hard to defend if they're not gonna, if they don't know it's coming, basically. But yeah, you just gotta hit it on the transition, jump, front flip into it, or side flip. Basically you're pinching it against the ceiling, similar to it's a floor pinch on the ceiling. It sounds a bit stupid, but floor pinch, you're pinching it against the floor. Ceiling pinch, you're pinching it against the ceiling. In a similar vein to that is the ceiling pinch, but not in the corner. You can do it sort of on this normal sidewall. So similar sort of setup. You want to take it to the wall, hit it during the transition, and then you can jump and you can pinch it. It's, in my opinion, it's a little bit easier because your camera isn't doing gymnastics trying to keep the puck on screen, so you can be a bit more not grounded, but you can tell where the puck is more easier and you're not disorientated. But it has a little bit less use, because unless you do it from all the way back, you are going to hit the backboard, because it is really powerful. So yeah, but you know, it's a nice powerful pinch, worth learning, but not completely necessary. And the final pinch is the aerial pinch. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to show you this in training, because it is super hard to set up naturally. But basically, what you want to do, you want to catch the puck, sort of, imagine the puck is in the air, it can be upside down, it can be sideways, whatever. You want to land sort of with like half your car on the puck. Sort of only getting the front wheels or the back wheels, but only getting like half your car on the puck, like that. And if you hit it perfectly flat, the puck will ping off with insane speeds. It's a little tricky to direct, but it can be done, and it's so good. It's basically not savable if you do it right, because it's so unexpected. And saving a flying puck going 200 kilometers an hour through the air is insanely tricky, but there's not really a good setup for it. I mean, like you can. That was a little bit of it there, but it is not a solid setup as any of the other pinchers. So you're going to be tough to find an actual good setup for it. It's kind of just chance whether you get the opportunity to do it or not. But I'll show a clip of it on screen. This is me doing one. You can do a flip into it. You can not flip into it and just let the puck go onto your, descend onto your car. You're gonna get pinged, and it's incredible, so satisfying to hit. But it takes a bit of time to try and get used to knowing where to position your car for it and how to aim it. And that was all the pinches that I know of for this video. Slightly updated guide. Oh, there we go. Slightly updated guide to before. Just because, it's been a year, I've gotten a little bit better. So I thought I could try and explain it more. I have more clips of me doing pinches. So I hope this helps somebody. I will have a video coming out soon about decision making in sort of Diamond Champ, because I think a lot of people struggle with that, or they don't make the best decisions. So I thought it would be a good choice to make a video about that, of how decisions I make in a game, and to sort of explain why I make those decisions, and just help people out, and help people, to show people what they should be doing, or what they could be doing to get better 50s, get better pinches, to not concede goals. So yeah, that should be coming out soon. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you later.